belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want.
Well, the Supra honestly handles too good. The GT-R on the other hand, it needs a little bit of work.
And I always be around when you need some loving, baby.
Hey, watch your nose. Well guys, here we have it. I picked up a new rear sway bar for the GT-R, and I think Maddie is almost as excited as I am. Maddie, are you having fun? Yeah, so Maddie's excited too, because we both think the GT-R just needs to handle a little bit better. Now I actually picked this up from Amazon. It was only $143 shipped to my house. I'll have that Amazon link down in the description below for you GT-R owners. If this ends up being a good product, definitely go ahead and pick one up. But this is an Eibach product, so hopefully it's a pretty good quality piece. Rear sway bar, we got new bushing pieces. It should be a pretty straightforward installation. Not sure which ones these will go on, but definitely should be pretty good. Maddie, you ready to get to it? Let's start. So with the car nice and up in the air, we got it on jack stands and some cinder blocks just to get this as high as we can. We got a combination of 12mm and 10mm sockets. I'm gonna go ahead and get the carbon fiber diffuser off, and then I think that's all I need to do to get the sway bar off. It should just be a bolt on each end and then the two bushings, and that should be it. Alright, and then you actually have these plastic little tabs, so I'm going to put one bolt back in the front just to hold it. You would think with the amount of times I've taken this piece off, I would know it by heart by now. This is probably the 20th time I've had this thing off. Alright, so that might be hopefully the hardest part. Got the carbon fiber diffuser off. Now we can get a really good look at the underside of the GT-R. Of course, we got the beautiful Army Trucks exhaust, the differentials right here, and then this is the factory sway bar. Now I also do have my vacuum lines for my active exhaust zip tied, so I will have to cut the zip ties and then redo them to the new sway bar. But it looks like we're gonna have two bolts over there on that bushing, two on there, and then it's just gonna be getting that off right there. So to start off with the sway bar, there's this little plastic cover. Just twist it a little bit and pull, and this cover will come right off. You have a bolt right through it with a nut on each side of the actual end link of the sway bar. Alright, so I got the sway bar out. Pretty simple in all honesty, very straightforward process to do. So now taking a look at the new sway bar, it's a little bit thicker, still not the thickest thing. I think honestly the Supra has a much thicker rear sway bar. I'm not an engineer, I'm not a Nissan engineer for this car, so I don't know. But it definitely is a little bit thicker. This one is in line with the size of my pinky. This one is more in line with like a normal finger. So it's got a little bit more meat to it. And then as we look at the adjustability, we have 5 different settings versus the 1. And if we actually go look at the instructions, which in all honesty, I didn't know that there was instructions for it until just now. And it talks about the different settings you can have for the position. All the way forward is the softest setting, then all the way back is the... Oh my goodness. Trying to film a video, guys. Anyway, so that is the softest setting, and then the hardest setting is all the way in the back. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right in the middle just to make it more aggressive than stock, but not crazy track focused. And then before we actually install it, we have these 2 polyurethane bushings, and then a little bit of grease as well. Here's a good look now at the new sway bar. Again, it's a little bit thicker than stock, the bushing's all squared away. A little weird to fish it in place. It's definitely an awkward shaped object. So it's gonna sit like this underneath the car. so that's about how it's gonna go. It's gonna sit just like that. All right, almost there. And then,
Or not.
okay, so these are the brackets. One is a U shape, one is a circle.
You did the U shape.
Yeah, do the circle one first, not the U shape one. So just put the end link, and I'm just gonna go into the middle one. Now we just gotta tighten all the bolts up, and that's about it. Alright, so that is actually the installation complete for the rear sway bar. Honestly, very straightforward. I think it's like 11 o'clock now in the morning. Maybe takes an hour or so. So not too bad. It looks really cool up here. Too bad I will never ever see it. And then if I do need to adjust those, if I want this thing a little bit more aggressive or less aggressive, I don't think I really even need to take off the diffuser to get to it. I can easily just get under here, take the bolt off, and move the sway bar to the different link. And then now I'm just going to reconnect all my vacuum lines for my exhaust, get them zip tied back to where they were, and then we'll put on the carbon fiber diffuser. And just with those few bolts on holding in place, this is actually really cool. I can see all the adjustments right here. So if I do want to adjust it, that's actually no big deal.
Do just what you want. You're the one to try.
And there's a bracket up here. You kind of need to put your hand up there to help line everything up. So just make sure you do that a little bit.
I'm loving, baby.
Almost smacked my face with that one. Well, that is it for the installation. Very straightforward. I do like how at this angle you can see a little bit of the red sway bar. Like I said, super easy to do, $140 product. We're gonna drive the car in like 30 seconds to see if it was actually even worth buying. So now, the last step, since we got a bunch of stickers, since I'm at my parents' house installing this, we have our toolbox here, or not toolbox, but thing with a bunch of stuff in it, and we got a ton of awesome stickers. I think, let's see, we'll go with maybe one of the bigger ones. Maybe should we put it down there, or maybe a smaller one right there. Let's go right there. Hey, there we go. All right, another one to add to the giant wall of stickers. But next up, we're gonna get the car down on the ground, take it for a spin. Maddie, you didn't help at all, actually. She was busy with the 4Runner. It's crazy how such an awkward shaped product, you need a big box for it. But I'm gonna dispose of the box here, and hopefully this just fits in the trunk, so I can easily, bring that home. So much easier. But yeah, that is the installation for the rear sway bar on the GT-R. Super straightforward. I didn't even read the directions, but now let's drive it and see if it was worth it. So putting a little bit of miles on the car now, taking some twisty turns, nothing too crazy, but I do feel like the rear end just feels a little bit more composed. I feel like sharp turns, the rear end just, there's less body roll for the rear, which is nice. So I'm definitely noticing an improvement in performance and handling. I'll definitely have to get it out on some more back roads and do actual more performance, really spirited driving to see it in the higher speed, tighter turning. But as far as just little back roads right here, I am noticing just a little bit better composure in the rear of the car. So that is definitely a plus. And again, $143 product, nothing crazy, nothing to break the bank with. Pretty simple installation. Anybody can do it in their garage, within an hour or so. But of course, with updated videos, more driving with the car, I'll get a better idea of how it really drives, just because, of course, first impressions under nothing crazy for roads. I can't get a full look at it But overall, happy with the product. Seems to work on just some back roads. Car feels a little bit tighter, which is a plus. I'm excited to see now driving this back to back with the Supra how much better this is, because the Supra is so much better than this as far as handling for tight turns. I think this is now going to get a little bit better, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next video.